Hey O-Gauge fans, Joe with another video. Wanted to give an update of what I've got going on here. Okay, if you've seen my last couple of videos, you know I was contemplating track plans and things like that. Well, I've pretty much settled on a track plan, as you can see, because I've got a lot of stuff going on here. What I've got here is where you see that Mohawk there, that steam engine right there. I've got an outer loop there that I'm running conventional, okay? And it comes around, it pretty much goes around the perimeter, and it comes in right there to those, comes into an extra set of curves right there, so it comes in a little bit, so I've got like a little area there. I think what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm going to put another switch here with the siding here to a dead end, switch right here, coming up. This way I can stage some more cars there. Right in here I've got an a Lionel operating track section here. Talk about those in a second. That's the outside loop, again, running it conventional. Now, the inside loop, what I've got here is very, very simplistic. Made a lot of changes since my last couple of videos. Basically what I've got an inside loop right here, small one, with two switches on each side, coming into a longer loop. So basically I've got a large loop here. Then where you see these cars here, okay, that's a staging area or whatever you want to call it. Over here, what I've got is where I've got this SD parked. That's another switch right there that goes into a dead end. Now, I think what I'm going to do eventually is, once I get the switch here on this loop right here, I think down on the other end there, on the back end back there, where that cooling tower is, I think I'm going to put another left-hand switch in there that'll come up and end maybe behind the dispatching station there. And I might even, if I can afford it, I might even put a like a small engine house or something like that. You know, I know MTH and Lionel make them. All depends on money, guys. One of the reasons I didn't go with that one layout with the two reversing loops was basically because of you know, money. You know, these switches are like $50 a pop, and I really wanted to get trains up and running in the next couple of weeks, and I did, you know, as you can see. I did design this layout in a way that with very, very little effort, I'm going to move around here, I can add a couple of switches and connect the two loops with very, very little effort, okay? What I did was, if you pan down here for a second, we've got is a 2x4 bench work here with 1/4-inch styrofoam, okay? And then on top what I did is I painted it and I flocked it. Okay, now a couple of things about this stuff. This stuff is not the best styrofoam to be using for this stuff. It's kind of like it's kind of like basic styrofoam. So it's not as dense as, say, like the extruded styrofoam, like the pink or the blue stuff. This is actually house wrap. Okay, this is the stuff you put around your house when you're siding it. I had a couple of sheets of it, so I decided to use it. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You know, I'm not nuts about it, but it's okay. I'm kind of wishing I didn't go with the painting and the flocking technique. Basically, what I did is I took all the flocking I had like about 5 or 6 cans of it, mixed it all together, and just started sprinkling it. You guys probably know this, man. That stuff gets everywhere. I kind of wish I held off and waited till I had the extra money and pretty much just got the Woodland Scenics vinyl grass mat paper. Anyway, this is what I got. There's looks like there's a lot going on over here on the right-hand side of the layout, but this is, you know, this is the conventional loop here. This is the outer loop here. This is all command controlled. I've got some accessories in through here. This is that other loop right here, and this is the inside loop here, where I'm staging some cars right now. I'm pretty much sure this is where I want everything to be. The only thing that might change is, right now, if you look here, I've got that MTH sawmill right there. It's working out really good right there. But to the left of that, I want to put the Lionel sawmill. I think what I might have to do is just, everything might have to move down a little bit, you know? I even had room, if you can see on the other side of that engine there, to the right of this is the mail pickup here, and this is the Maiden Rescue. This is a pretty neat accessory, but it's also a pretty neat looking building. So I'm going to do that. Not all of the accessories are wired right now. There's only a couple of them wired. I don't have any of the lights wired right now. I'm going to be doing that over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, everything's working out really good so far. One thing I do want to mention, though, as I mentioned, right there, approximately where the poultry dispatch car is right there, I'm using a Lionel, let me just uncouple this here, operating track section here, okay? And what I did is I mated it with two MTH track adapters, the tubular track adapters. That's all well and good, but in order to make up, see, these things are not exactly 10 inches long, these operating track sections. They're not exactly 10 inches long. You need to make up about a half an inch. So what I did, instead of using another 10-inch straight to the left there, so in other words, you know, you would have like 5-inch track adapter, 10-inch uncoupling section, 5-inch track adapter, and then a 10-inch straight. Well, instead of having another 10-inch straight, what you got to do is you got to use three, what are they, 3.5-inch or 3.25-inch MTH sections. Because if you don't do that, what happens is this piece of track in here will move back and forth. There's about a half an inch or a quarter inch you need to make up. So what I did is instead of using another 10-inch straight on the other side of the adapter, I used 3.5-inch sections. That'll make up enough. It'll take up the same amount of space as like 3 10-inch sections if you do that. But yeah, everything works really good. Again, I've changed my track plan again, you know, but this is the way it's going to stay. Everything runs really good, really, really nice. I want to show you, I want to pull back here, I want to show you my control panel here. What I've got going on is because it's almost done, my control panel. Basically what I got here is, just give me a second here, guys. Alright, yeah, here we go. I want to make sure you can see everything here. Got my DCS Commander. This is for the inner loop. Got my, this is for my outer loop, this is the Z750, I guess it is. I'm using that to control the inner. Because don't forget, with these Proto 2 engines and hitting these buttons in a certain sequence, you can access a lot of really neat Proto 2 features. This is the control for the sawmill. Switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. And if you go left to right across the layout, switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. This is the controller for the operating track section. These are Atlas controllers. This is my iPod. These are Atlas controllers that I'm using here to control some of the accessories. Right now, the only accessory I have control is the water tower, which is right up here. And then over here, I've got the, I don't have the holes drilled yet, but I do have it mounted. This is for the triple action magnetic crane. Now, what I also plan on doing is, oh, by the way, over here, this is the button. This isn't picked up. This is the button for the mail pickup. I'm going to use that. This is just the bracket for the dispatching station. Has that microphone thing on it. It's like a CB type of thing. I've got to mount that. I'm probably going to put a piece of wood going across here, a piece of decorative wood, maybe mount it underneath there. I plan on doing some kind of a little diagram of the layout, numbering all the switches and everything like that, because right now I like my control panel. It's coming. It's nice and neat. And basically all I did is take this is basically just a 3-foot shelf. I bought it at the Home Depot for like $5. And I put a coat of clear kind of varnish kind of stuff on it just so the wood grain comes out a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little some corner moldings around the whole thing just to set it off a little bit. Running out of time here, guys. But underneath here, if you can see underneath there, I've got my power. I've got two CW80s. And I've got a power brick right there. That's a Lionel one. I don't think I'm going to need that. And I've got one little transformer. In here, there's a little shelf, and in this shelf are the power packs for this and this. I think it's an 80 watt for this one and a 100 watt for this one. And they fit nicely in that little shelf underneath there. Also underneath that little shelf, I've got a MTH DC1 transformer. Nice little transformers for 20 bucks, man, if you can find them. Great for accessories. But I'm going to shoot another video, and right now I'm running out of time on this one. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to shoot another one in a couple minutes. Thanks.